Right now, the statistics are that half of trans people will attempt suicide at some point in their life. I've had people say to me, oh, well, that's proof that being trans is a mental illness. And that's a dangerous argument because it feels like it could be real-ish on the surface, but it's an example of mixing correlation and causation. An argument falls apart when we look at the reality of the whole situation. So let's look at some numbers. LGBTQ youth are 4 times more likely to attempt suicide than their straight counterparts. LGBTQ youth that come from homes that reject their identity are 8 times more likely to attempt suicide. But then let's look at bullying. Anyone who experiences bullying is 4 to 8 times as likely to attempt suicide. It's not that being LGBTQ is a mental illness that causes you to attempt suicide. It's that being bullied, being told it's not okay to be who you are, being made fun of, fearing you're going to get kicked out of your house, are all things that have huge impacts on mental health. And LGBTQ youth, especially trans youth, experience that discrimination and that bullying more severely than almost any other group right now. And what really drives home that point? If an LGBTQ youth has just one accepting adult in their life, their risk of suicide is cut in half. Any type of bullying amplifies your risk of suicide. Just one accepting adult cuts the risk in half. Accepting other people for who they are is suicide prevention. That's why Pride is so important to celebrate. It saves lives. That's why as a culture, we need to push back against hate and discrimination because acceptance saves lives. That's why my handle is Accepting Uncle Murphy. I'm your accepting dad, but if someone out there doesn't have an adult in their life that accepts them for who they are, they can adopt me as their parasocial uncle who loves them and accepts them exactly how they are. Because acceptance is suicide prevention. We accept people for who they are because they are human and they are loved and they are wanted exactly the way they are. Just like you are loved and wanted exactly the way you are.